So sorry I couldn't post a video earlier. Please be advised that I am not going to be held responsible for any of your dumb actions you might do with this Hair TV thing, because I mean it is very complex, and it's even though it's pretty cheap, it's actually pretty complex and pretty dangerous. I mean there's tons of voltage inverters and all that other kind of stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, anyways, keep in mind it's better if you don't even have a serial number. I mean, because the thing rubbed off over the time. I mean, I always used to have this on my laptop, well, not on my laptop, on my lap all the time, you know, watch TV and stuff instead of using my laptop all the time to watch TV. Anyways, rubbed off over time. Now to open it, there's 3 screws on top, one in the battery case, one over here, 2 here, and 1 right here, right in there. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let me record that much time, so beggars can't be choosers. Now, on the motherboard, before you do anything on this side of the circuitry, please touch this big old thing or this thing right here. And I actually recommend this, touching this or this little stub out here, because it's ground and you'll get rid of the static in your fingers. Look all around and try to make like little marks with like a little black marker or something, and try to look for these little screws. Once you've successfully removed them to get rid of the double image, this is how you do it. Obviously, you're going to want to disconnect this here device. You're going to want to pull back on here. You know, if you look right here and you see this little thing and it's not perfectly straight forward on here, then just, you know, take out the ribbon cable a little, you know, pull on it, just pull out a little bit more, and then, you know, just reinsert it, power, you know, and use your battery and power back up, and it should work. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for me. It was nice and perfect, and I still got the double image. So what you do, you know, you just kind of pretty much pop it up, take it out, remove this little ribbon cable, and don't forget about the LED. For this, you just kind of pull up towards the top of the motherboard. It easily comes and slides out. Now, this is where the problem lies. The problem lies in their connections, because they're pretty bad, you know, and over time I think it moved or something. You're going to want to, you know, same thing with all ribbon cables. You know, you pop this out, you know, and I plugged mine in nice and perfect. I also checked that the other one for them, the main one to the LCD itself, was perfect. Notice this little black thing right here. Make sure that, you know, you got a little, like about a quarter of a pinky's width, you know, 3/4 of a pinky's width when you put where you should have these little rubber steel things, you know, and there should be 2 of them, one stacked up on top of the other. If you don't, then move them there, you know, near kind of near where the home button is, the OK button. I'm not sure if you can kind of see that. Sorry, I mean, because I'm using my laptop here to record this. Right here where the center button is, you want to put them right there, you know, so it's a lot easier. So you have to kind of detach this because it's stuck with some glue or something, some sort of little cheap glue. Yes, folks, piece of paper. No wonder it was like $19 at Target that day for sale. This is your little LED wire. This is your ribbon cable for your video and stuff. Once you have it nice and connected, you know, you should set it nice and flat. You should get your motherboard now. Pass this little cable through here. There's a little hole in the motherboard where it goes. Try to flatten it out, you know, kind of with your hand here, a little. Before you forget, connect your LED here, or else, you know, you're gonna end up with a black screen and you're not gonna be able to see anything. make sure that this cable is like on the side edges here, so that way when you kind of close your thing together, you know, you don't smash the cable and short circuit the thing. You know, the best way I found is to try to line this here up with the switch. You know, this side, you just pull out a little bit and then you can slide it in and it pops into place. Nice and good. Plug in your speakers. Alright. You know, stuff. There we go. Nice and plugged in. Alright. Now, you want to slide some of this in here a little bit. You want to get the ribbon cable, you know, and slide it in here. Using your fingers, you pull this back. You kind of have to move it back and forth a little to get it nice and good and plugged in there. Once you get it plugged in, you know, you should kind of hold it a little. Plug in the power adapter. It should start up, and voila! No longer double images. It looks kind of weird because of my camera, you know, because it's reflecting off of there, but you can see that it's not doubled anymore. You know, you can see everything nice and perfect, you know. It says on there, no signal. You know, and it works. It actually worked, you know. It worked first time around, you know, for me, and, you know, I just put this back together. There's this little, one of these little rubber dots here is like at a different place. Sorry. I really honestly need a webcam or some sort of detachable camera. All I did is just place this right here, right there, so it kind of makes a little bit of pressure and holds the motherboard in place. You know, because sometimes without the pressure, it kind of like, you get this weird double image. Make sure you have it nice and good plugged in, or if you don't have this ribbon cable right here plugged in correctly, when you power it up, what you're going to do is that you're going to begin to damage the circuitry right around here, which, you know, runs directly to this main processing card. You know, you shouldn't touch this because it's already been on for like less than a minute and this thing is burning hot. So you should switch it off, you know, and unplug it. As for these little cables right here sticking up a little, you can slide them back in there. Doesn't matter, you're really not going to cut them or anything. So yeah, that's how you pretty much, well, I'm just going to kind of finish off the rest of the time here on the YouTube video on reassembling. Yeah, I think I could do it in 2 minutes. Alright, so there we go. Let's see if I remember where I put my little screwdriver. I don't know, I was making a video here. Well, anyways, someone brought me nice cream in the middle of the night, and I'm going to go. I hope this helped.